Welcome to Finding the Voices. Right now, I am in Imphal in the residence of Sir Yambim Laba, and I have come here as part of 1001 Thakachari. I know that you have not been watching my show, which I don't know whether I should be offended or not. So I'm going to explain a little bit about my program.
Your show is in this cyber realm, okay, so it will remain there as long as the cyberspace operates. So if not today, tomorrow, maybe not today, a year hence, I can still
catch up on the show.
There's nothing. It's not the newsprint where you don't read today, then after 1 week it goes out of circulation. No, that is there.
So hopefully you will catch up on all the shows.
I watched one of your 1001 Thakachari. Urmila's show I watched.
Yes, that's why I came here. So I started this project, and my goal is to meet 1001 people, and I want them to express gratitude to people around us, because I feel that our community needs it. Because in our community, I feel everybody is very critical and everybody is so good in finding fault, right? So I want that people pause and think about what other people are doing, you know. So I have been meeting people, and Urmila Chanam has nominated you at the level of Manipur.
Okay.
So I'm coming on behalf of our show.
Okay.
To show our gratitude for all your contribution for Manipur.
Thank you very much. I am indeed very honored.
So this is the card what we have been giving to everyone.
Okay.
And not only the nomination of Urmila Chanam, personally also I wanted to nominate myself from my end, and I got inspired by your work. So maybe I should show this.
Okay.
So this is a painting I have done. I don't know whether it looks like you, but
I think it looks like, the beard looks like me.
Yeah, my attempt was to make it look like you from one of the photographs, and it is just my way of
showing
honoring
Thakachari.
you and Thakachari in my own ways.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. So you are an inspiration to many of the young people, you know, and I know that you update a lot in Facebook with the background story, which kind of enlighten us, because we don't know many of the people, and we get a glimpse of who is who, the historical knowledge. So thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure.
So on that account, I wanted you to invite you yourself on the Thakachari show.
Okay.
So the way it works is you have to nominate 3 people. One person in your personal space whom you want to show your gratitude. So that's the first one. The second one is at the level of Manipur.
Okay.
And the third one is at the level of global.
Okay. Right.
So over to you.
How do you want to start?
You can start with talking about someone whom you want to share your gratitude in your personal space.
Well, the first person I want to show my gratitude is my mother, because she showed me to be different. You know, as I said earlier in my tribute to my mother on Facebook on World Mother's Day, we all slotted out that you become an engineer, you become a doctor, you become a scientist. But when my turn came, she said, no, this man should be left on his own, independent, and let the destiny take its own course of things. So she showed me to be different. And that is very important for me, because I was supposed to become an engineer. I even got an engineering seat after my high school. But I said, no, I will not take it up. Okay. And then after graduation, I had got into law. So I thought I'd become a good lawyer. I mean, I thought I had the makings of a good lawyer. But my mother said, you must have a master's in your basic degree. So I did economics, honors in economics. So I did my MA in economics. But I was very sure that this MA in economics is not going to earn my livelihood. I am not a trained journalist, okay. Not at all. I was not. I don't even have an iota of training in journalism. But I picked it up, and I just learned from on the road. No? So, you know what? then basically I realized what my readers want to read. So that's how I came. But the initial germ was planted in me very young by my mother.
By your mom.
Yeah. And we used to have quarrels with my brothers and siblings. And then he said, no, don't get angry with them, just treat them as your voters. Okay. They just, if you're going to stand for elections, just look upon them as your voters. That was a very sound advice he gave me. You get angry with your brother. He's not doing this. He said something and he's doing something else. He said, no, don't get angry. Treat them as your voters. You can never get angry with your voters. So that kind of calmed me down, and I kind of grew up in that thing. Okay.
So he gave you the freedom of
gave me the
choosing
freedom.
what you wanted.
Yeah, what I wanted. And so first gratitude, but she's no longer alive. She's dead. Then as I grew up, I interacted with many people. Most of them are dead now. Okay.
Yeah, and it's fine. You can nominate one person in each of the categories.
Yeah. So the first person I would like to nominate amongst my peers is Pradeep Panjobam. He's the editor of the Imphal Free Press. He was my younger brother's classmate in school in Darjeeling. And later on he became a journalist, but he's a trained journalist. He was trained by the Times Foundation. And he's the best editor in Manipur today as far as editorials are concerned. But also I like him as a friend because you can trust him. He's trustworthy. And he has a very principled stand. He says, this is done, this is not done. That kind of thing he has. He's not flexible on that account, but he stands by his words and he stands by his ideals. The only person I would like to nominate is Pradeep Panjobam.
Okay, at the level of Manipur.
At the level of Manipur. Okay. At the level of India.
Yeah, it can be global. It doesn't have to be India.
Now let me think about Indian. At the level of India, there is this former assistant editor of the Statesman. He is the oldest Manipuri working journalist. His name is Jagat Bandulama. He was born in Kangla because his father was with the Assam Rifles.
Okay.
Today he is 90 years old, but he was still associated with the Statesman till last year. And he still writes. I like him because he was sitting in the Statesman in Calcutta. I am sitting here, and our vibes would click. He would ask me to give him feedbacks on his editorial. He specializes in the Northeast. All the editorials in the Northeast in the Statesman were written by him. And he would ask me for inputs, which I would give. Okay. So that's kind of sync I had with him, together. And today he is 90 years old. Okay. His wife died of cancer 2 years back, 1 year back. And his daughter is in America, and he's all alone by himself. But he's a man I like to express my gratitude. Can you imagine that at 89 you are still writing? People are long dead and gone by then in Manipur. Today I am considered a senior journalist in Manipur. I am called an ahal. But with this 90-year-old man, I am not ahal.
So where is he now?
He is in Calcutta.
He's in Calcutta. Okay.
Globally, I would like to nominate Bill Drayton. Bill Drayton is the CEO of Ashoka Foundation. Ashoka Foundation, I am an Ashoka Fellow. I was elected in 1987. Okay.
Yes.
Ashoka Foundation, what they do is they identify individuals who are deemed to be spark plugs of change. Okay. So we had a 4 days interview in Bombay. 4 people were there, and each one of them would take 1 day to interview me. Okay. Now what would happen is at the end of the day, Bill Drayton would go to America and he called 10 Americans for dinner. Then he will describe me to them.
Okay.
So we have Yambem Lava, a person in Manipur, northeastern India. He is doing such and such work, and we feel that he would be a spark plug of change. He will change society, through his work. Okay. So at the end of the dinner, each of the 10 Americans he invited to dinner would sign a check of $100 each. Okay. So 100 into 10 is $1,000. That is converted into rupees, and I'm paid per month. Those days I used to get 3,500 because the dollar equivalent was 35 rupees a dollar. Now it's 67 rupees. So I think my Ashoka Fellow is getting 60,000 rupees a month. But they do not support your work; they support you. Because in case if I am supported, if I don't have to run around for my daily bread,
then you will
then
excel
I can concentrate on that work, And amongst the Ashoka Fellows in India, the famous ones are Kailash Satyarthi, the child rights worker. He was given Ashoka Fellow in 1996, and he won a Nobel Peace Prize with Malala. Okay, the person who won the Nobel Peace Prize from India, Kailash Satyarthi, he works on child rights. He is also an Ashoka Fellow, but he was elected in 1996, almost 10 years after not 10 years, 20 years. Then the second person is a chap called Arvind Kejriwal, who is the Chief Minister of Delhi. He was given Ashoka Fellowship in 1994, and he is a Magsaysay Award winner. Okay, so Kejriwal was a bureaucrat, but he left his bureaucracy to work full time on right to information and how to kind of punch the bureaucratic red tapeism, cut the red tapeism into delivering justice to the masses through the Right to Information Act. Okay? So he needed to be supported. So Ashoka Fellowship Foundation came and supported him. He was elected in 1994. These are the two famous guys. Now another chap was from Brazil. He was an environmentalist, Chico Mendes. Chico Mendes is a world-known environmentalist. He was also an Ashoka Fellow. Chico Mendes was eventually killed by the timber mafia in Brazil because he was against deforestation of the Amazon and all that. So Chico Mendes is the more famous international fellow. And here I am very quietly sitting in Manipur. But I was elected an Ashoka Fellow in 1987, and my work was on my mountaineering activities, where I said I will get 700 man days per month through the major courses to work on environment and its protection. So what we did was we used to have a 30 days course with 100 trainees, and 1 week of this 30 days course is devoted entirely to environment protection. We used to go on long treks. We used to carry a yopak, yopak is a hoe. I used to call it the yopak army, Because what we do is we go to a village, we dig holes to plant saplings, you see. So that's what we do on our long treks. Okay. So that's how I was given identify as sparkle of change. So Bill Drayton was with Jimmy Carter in his administration in America. He was under secretary or.
So he came to Imphal?
He has not come to Imphal.
Or you went to?
I went to Bombay for this for my interview. He himself was present for my interview.
Okay.
And now last I met him was 3 years back in Pune. We had a global summit of Ashoka Fellows. So he came there and he met me and hugged me and says, "Old friend." We call him an old friend. And he still keeps sending me this Sierra Diaries every year. This American Sierra Diaries it contains pictures of landscapes and forests and all over America. And every year he sends me that for New Year. Okay. So these are 3 persons I like to.
Yeah, thank you.
Actually.
Yeah, the main intent for us is, personally in our personal space, of course, we want to practice gratitude and let the people around know that they matter, because sometimes I think when we don't speak, our community mainly is a little bit symbolic and we don't express our love so much. And however much symbolic it can be, I feel that if you express, it helps.
Yeah, because people don't speak out here.
So I wanted to encourage that.
Okay. Now what we also do in human rights is we have a thing called testimonial therapy. A person has been beaten by the police or the army, and that pain kept inside his body for so long, it becomes part of his psyche. So what we make them do is make them write. I was
journaling.
No, just make them write a statement. That I was on this day beaten up by the army, beaten up by the police. I was tortured. Well, let him speak out. Once he shares that burden, it becomes lighter on him. Okay, right? And Manipur is notorious for not acknowledging help. It's notorious.
Right.
It's very notorious. You know, they will find some fault in you or on the other. Say, like I'll tell you what people call me. Say, they can't accuse me of anything. But then, what they will say, but he's still sakta khat pe, you know. Sakti am dakale be say. Ma jam phadiam pharangone do sakti khuta khatam ne hai koi say. Cocky. That's the English word is being cocky. No, I say sakta khat the idea wo idris ne. If I'm not sakta khat, then I'm not I am. Who am I?
Anyway, so that's why we started this project, so that even if there may be other things in a person can be anything, right? It can be many face, but we want to acknowledge the good thing, because I believe that when you acknowledge the good thing, the positivity will ripple out. And mainly for the nomination for Manipur, I feel that many of us don't know who is who. Like for example, you didn't know about palliative care. But if somebody has nominated, we are going to compile a book with whoever has nominated. Now your name will be there because Urmila Chanam has nominated you. Tamo Pradeep Hanjaubam will be there because you have nominated. So my goal is to reach out to many people of diverse background, different age group, talk to them and know their thoughts, who they think are doing good work and who they are inspired, and I'll compile it as a book and we'll all share and we'll read about them. So thank you for so is there any comment?
No, I think what you're doing is a good job. You have a global reach through YouTube and all that. And sometimes, you know, when your last interview with me, I would tell people I'm on YouTube. I know I'm on Google. You Google search my name, about 10, 20, 30 pages on my do's and don'ts account.
Now you're on YouTube.
Now I'm on YouTube. Thanks to you. Thanks to Monica Ingundam and Finding the Voices.
So I don't know if I've given you the card, but this is the card wherein you can write, you know, your gratitude to the person you have nominated and send it to them. And this is just a note from me to you for thanking you that you are participating in our show and taking the time to acknowledge people in and around your life. So with that, I would end today's show. Thank you so much. And this is also.
All these are mine?
Yes.
Oh, great. I'm getting a lot of gifts.
All right, for all our listeners, again, like as I said, it's 1001 Thagachari. We are still at 30 and we still have a lot of numbers to go, and I would really want to include everybody, include all different age group, from young students to the older generation, different diverse groups. So I would like to invite you and welcome you to join our show. Thank you so much.